Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique, and we're in my living room right now, and we are all about Christmas. So I have a really exciting video to share with you. Not only am I going to share a beautiful wreath with you this year for Christmas, but I'm also going to tell you to go watch some other content creators here on YouTube. Now, what makes this special? They're all members of Julie's Biz Boutique. That is my online business group. And we are having a YouTube collab for Julie's Biz Boutique. So do me a favor, watch this video, check out the description box below, go to their channels and make sure to subscribe, because you know what? We all started somewhere at some time. So give them a little love, tell them Julie sent you, and let's get ready for Christmas because 'tis the season. Okay, so let's get started by opening up this pancake wreath form. What I liked about this particular wreath form is it gives you more than one chance to make something. So you get the outer ring, which is a little bit larger, it's like 14 inches, and then you get an inside ring, which gives you a smaller version of the wreath. But there are tutorials on Sincerely Creative Mom on how to do all of this. First thing we're going to do is we are going to cut our mesh at 20 inches each, and give or take a little bit, it's okay. We're going to need 12 of these cut in full, and then we're going to take some pipe cleaners. Now, this is where the little notch on the side of your wooden frame is really important, because the notch is where we're going to put our mesh. So see how you do that? It's all coming towards the outer part of the wreath frame and not upward, okay? So keep that in mind. And then there is a notch on the inside of the wreath frame that you're going to put together the same way, but inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the rolled side down and we're just going to do our little scrunch method. And there you've got the pancake like ruffle is what it's called. You're going to attach that to your wreath board and you're going to secure it with your pipe cleaners, and don't tuck them under or anything because we're going to use that here in a moment. We're going to do all of these. You're going to do 6 around on the outside, and then we're going to do 6 on the inside. Now, where do you get these wreath frames? That's such a great question. So glad y'all asked, right? But there is a 5-pack on Amazon, and you can get 5 packs of these for around 50 some odd dollars. So it is a good deal at the end when you buy 5 at once. Or you can use my link that Melly gave us for them, and she has I think you can get them at decoexchange.com. So just check out the links down below. Now we're going to pick these different ribbons. I was doing this originally on an Amazon Live, and I wanted to know what everybody loved, and this seems to be the one that they love. Now, I'm using the Probo 4-in-1, and we are cutting our ribbons at 14 inches each, all right? You're going to need 12 sets of these as well. Then you're going to cut, I ended up using a white, and then we took and we cut it at an angle so that we have that dovetail look. If you like more of an angled look, you can do that as well. But you're going to get these all ready to go, and then we're going to do the white as well. I cut out another 12 of these at 14 inches long, and you're going to see how we put these together with the mesh, and it's pretty simple. I like this particular wreath because you can put this in between a door very easily. So we took a gold and a navy blue ribbon. I believe I got some of this ribbon last year from the reshop, and if they still have it, I'll leave it down in the description box for you as well. So basically you're going to put it on your each of these little spots that we added it, and then we're going to pull the ribbon towards the outside of the wreath, and we'll kind of, you know, jazz it up here in a little bit. But basically, this is the same technique for each and every piece of mesh. Now, keep in mind that you're going to want to add your ribbon on the outer layer of mesh first, because when we put the second layer of mesh on the inside of this wreath, that is going to go over top of this outer layer. So it's really important to keep that one in mind. If you want to use less ribbon, go right ahead. It's really totally up to you. Remember, this is your wreath, so make sure to have fun with it. I loved these colors. I love the sign that I got from the reshop, and I'll leave all that down below. But I met Melly, this summer in person, and we had such a great time together. And she has amazing tutorials. So make sure to check out her YouTube videos as well, and she'll help you through all of this. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add that little pancake ruffle, and now we're going to add it to the inside of this pancake wreath form. And remember that notch is very important because you're going to put it on the inside and it's going up into the wreath frame, and it's just going to sit really nicely. So you're going to put 6 of these on your wreath, and then you're just going to add the ribbon that we've already got cut and ready to go. And it's pretty much that simple. Now, if you live in the Midwest, then you have a storm door probably, because you like to have a screen in at the summer and glass in at the winter. So if you like to have your wreath in between those 2 doors, your front door and your storm door, this is a great wreath just for that, because it will fit perfectly. And as you can see, we're adding our extra ribbons and we are ready to go to the next step. We have the base of our wreath already ready to go. Make sure to add the ribbons and you will love this. Remember, any time of year, any season, this is a great recipe. We got this wreath sign. I got it from the wreath shop, like I said, and we like to do this over on Amazon Live. So if you've not watched me over on Amazon Live, make sure you go to the description box. Make sure you follow me there. And I always ask everybody, where do you think I should put the sign? Where do you think I should put, the ribbon? I always like to get your opinions on things. So we're very interactive over there. And I got this staple gun from Amazon, so make sure to check that out. I love it. It makes such a big difference for my crafting needs. And basically what I do is sometimes I need to take a little bit of an extra wood piece, and we take these little popsicle sticks. I can get them at the Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, and we kind of stack them on top of each other so that the staple doesn't go through all the way into the sign. So we don't want it to show on the other side. Understand? I figured you would. So let's get started on our bow. We're going to get out the Pro Bow 4-in-1 once again. Again, you can get this here on YouTube. You can just click on the little link that's down below and get yourself one of these. I highly, highly recommend it. So we're going to start with about a 12 to 14 inch tail. I'm going to gather it and then I'm going to twist it. This is just the way that I like to do it. And we're going to put it down between the 2 dowels. We are going to do around 5 to 6 inches, and we are going to twist it and then have the bad side showing, and we're going to do 1 loop on each side, and then we're going to add another loop on the right side. Now this is a special bow recipe from Melly, and she shows us how to do this, and I wanted to keep it true to what she did. So now we're going to add another tail. I know we're going the same direction this. All right, it'll be really easy to do, I just promise. So we're going to take and add the gold ribbon here, and we're going to start our little tail on the other side. So that's why I added it to this side of the bow maker. So that's really simple. And then I decided, you know what, I like it the other way. So we put it on the other side. Again, guys, this was an Amazon Live we did right before Thanksgiving. We're going to make this about 4.5 inches, and we're going to do the same method. So we're going to do 1 loop on the side that already has 2 loops, and 2 loops on the side that already has 1 loop. Okay. So we're going to have this kind of off balance here. So do you get the drift here? So make sure you comment down in the comments if you loved this video. You leave me a blue heart, all right, if you watch the whole tutorial. So this is where I asked everybody online, what do you like better? Do you want me to use this ribbon? And of course, this ribbon won out. And again, we're going to do the same method here. We're going to add it to our bow maker, and this one is about 4 inches. We're going to make a loop and then make a loop on the other side, and then we're going to end up with 2 loops on the right side, and then we will cut the tail. Again, keep in mind that we're doing a 3-loop bow for all the different ribbon pieces. Now, instead of adding the white, we decided to add a little bit more gold. We really liked the look of this gold. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a tail, and then we are going to do the 1 to 2 method ratio here. It's pretty simple. So if you keep that in mind, you've got this ready to go. So we're going to now cut the tail, and now we are going to get that wire that we put at the very beginning. I like to put it at the beginning. I come across to the front and I bring it back down to the back, but it just kind of holds onto our ribbon bundle really nice. And then I pull on the back of it and then we twist it really good. Have this bow all ready to go. It's time to put your sign on and your bow on. Now, it really is up to you where you want to put it all, but when you're over on Amazon, I always ask you your opinion. And this is the decision of everybody that watched. And it's super easy to just fluff out this bow. But let me tell you, I really want you to go watch all of the hard work that the members of Julie's Biz Boutique, who have been working so much this last year on their business and their creative business here on YouTube, especially, go give them some love, go follow them, encourage them. And you know what? You might find something new that you haven't seen before. So make sure to go down in the description box, find all the creators that are in Julie's Biz Boutique that are doing this collab with me and give them some love as well. Now, I do like the fact that this particular wreath frame has little holes for your frame, or for your picture, I should say, or your sign especially. And then it has the little holes that you can add your bow. So you've got the little notches on the side, and that is clearly where your mesh and ribbon goes. But the holes are for your sign and for your bow, and that's how you know how to use this frame. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, and Melly has a lot of videos over on her YouTube channel. Make sure to go follow her as well at Sincerely Creative Mom, who came up with all of these techniques. And I love this bow. It's a great way to just add a little bit of flair and add as many ribbons as you want. You know, if you don't want to do all these different ones, you could always do just one, but make sure to go give her some love. I loved how this turned out. This is going to be perfect on a door in between, especially a main door and a storm door. Add a beautiful sign. Use it for any time of year. But listen, make sure to go and watch all these amazing creative people who have YouTube videos ready for you to watch to give you some new ideas for crafting. And make sure to leave me a blue heart if you watched all of this video tonight here on YouTube. Make sure to come back next week because we'll have a brand new video focused on handmade gift giving. So it's not too late. And if you don't want to go purchase everything, why not give it with some love and make it yourself? So watch all these wonderful videos, and we'll see you next week in Julie's Wreath Boutique. See you later.